tell us about how this all kind of came about, because it seemed like it was a pretty big shock for a lot of people. When did all this kind of happen with you in Alabama?
Well, Coach Sal was one of the people that's always recruited me since they offered me. He's been one of those coaches that stayed in touch, whether I was committed or not. And initially, it was just like genuine. He just looked out for me. He was just checking on me, and eventually, I started. When it came down like closer to signing day, about a month ago, I started looking at LSU and because I'm going to be there because I'm early enrolling. So I want to make sure I'm going to the best school for me. So I started researching LSU. Then it came about some issues I like to leave unsaid that led me to feel like that wasn't the best school for me. And I feel like Alabama provides. It's because you're a product of your environment. I feel like Alabama provides the proper character of players. They provide the leadership and guidance to make you a young man, develop you into a man. And you could talk to anybody on the team, because I know guys on the team. I know guys, well, I don't personally know, but I know of guys that graduated from there, and I feel like everyone speaks greatly of the thing that Nick Saban got going on around this. I feel like that's definitely an environment I want to be. You want to be around winners when you're around winners, you become a winner, and I feel like that's best for me.
When did you inform the Alabama coaching staff of your final decision?
Actually, they figured out as soon as I signed. When I signed, I faxed my stuff over, and then the Coach Sal was all, he was like, I love you, man. He was, I'll make you into an NFL player. And I was just excited. I was just excited as he was.
Tell us about what position Alabama's talking to you about playing once you get to Tuscaloosa.
Recruit me for outside linebacker.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And obviously you're one of the best pass rushers in the country. Tell Alabama fans kind of about your game, what you bring to the table.
Well, I'm long, I'm 6'5", 220. Medium might say I'm 6'4", but I'm 6'5". I've grown since the last time I've been at those camps and everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm a rangy, long, athletic person. Like I was the second fastest guy on my high school team, and playing defense end. And I play with speed, I play with aggression, I play with my length, and I play with my flexibility because I know that I got a lot of tools in my toolbox, but I just don't always bring them out. I change my game week to week according to my opponent, who I'm going against, and I feel like I bring energy because I'm gonna go hard every play, give my best energy.
Now, did you tell the LSU coaching staff about your decision, or did they find out the same time as Alabama?
I told them an hour before, and they were talking about call me. But I mean, I told them an hour before the ceremony. I signed at 7:30 this morning.
So you're telling Alabama fans that it's difficult for a recruiting analyst to predict where you're going to go to school a couple of days before your announcement?
I mean, I didn't want it to be predictable. I don't like being predictable.
Well, good deal, man. Well, hey, Alabama's having a great season. Obviously, 10-0, playing in the SEC championship this weekend against Florida. What are your thoughts about the game? What's your prediction?
Alabama got the dub, of course. I feel like Alabama gonna come through. They're gonna handle business, do things the right way, and come out strong, victorious.
Well, tell me, how'd your family feel about that decision that you made today?
My family was extremely excited for me because they know how hard it is. Most fans don't know this, and that's why they give the recruits a hard time. But it's actually very stressful. You got to understand that we're still we're just now becoming men. Like, we're 17, 18 years old. Like, we never made a decision this big. So it's a lot of factors and a lot of real world problems thrown at you in a matter of a couple months, a couple weeks, a couple years, depending on how long the recruiting process has been. So they were extremely excited. They know that I came to the decision. I stand on my decision. I made a decision myself because yesterday I turned my phone off. I wasn't talking to no coaches. I didn't talk to no coaches. I didn't text no coaches back. I wasn't answering phone calls because I wanted my decision to be mine. I didn't want it to be polluted by anyone else's thoughts, and I wanted my decision. So I know the decision I made was my decision. It's not anything that was misled by something someone else might have said to me.
Well, I know, Alabama's recruited you for a long time. You were, you were able to take in Junior Day in Tuscaloosa earlier this year. Probably one of the few visits you were able to take all year because of COVID. What is it about Alabama that you like so much?
I like the structure. I like how they they don't just focus on football. They teach you life values, and they teach you how to carry yourself. They teach you how to teach you how to handle business and become a disciplined person. Not just with football, but just with life. Handle business. Because Coach Saban said something that really stood out to me. He said there's things that you want to do and there's things that you need to do. And you got to understand that you got to do the things that you need to do in order to become successful. The things that you want to do aren't always the best for you. So I feel like that's like once he told me that like a year ago almost, and I just stuck with me. That was just something I remembered. And Coach Saban, he's a genuine guy. He loves his players. He wants to be best for his players, and I feel like it's just. I would kind of written off, but I feel like I'm still
Well,
excited.
oh, I bet. I mean, you're part of the number one recruiting class in the country. A lot of great players from your home state in this class. Have you already, had an opportunity to speak to any of the other Alabama commitments or been in contact with any of those guys? I know Monkel Goodwine posted a few weeks ago. He was thinking that a big commitment was about to happen from LSU to Alabama, and I think a lot of people were thinking that it might have been you. But have you had a chance to talk to any of those guys yet, or build any of those relationships?
Oh yes, sir. Because I mean, I don't really know Markel that well, but I talked to him a few times. I follow him on Instagram. I chatted with him every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
But the only recruiter I actually know is Dallas Turner. I met him at Georgia on a visit, and that's somebody I stayed in contact with before he was committed. Like I've probably known him for about almost a year now, and those two are the main people I know right now as of now. But as we go through this process together, I get to know all those guys.
Well, Dallas Turner, another great pass rusher. You guys seem like y'all may form a pretty good duo down in Tuscaloosa.
Yes, sir. I feel like he's a pass rusher. He play fast. He play physical. I play the same way, and we gonna complement each other. I'm pretty sure of it.
Well, good. Well, hey, listen, we got a lot of Alabama fans watching the show right now. Anything you want to say to all of them before you get off the show?
Roll Tide.
All right, well, listen, man. Well, congratulations on your decision. Alabama fans are excited for you. They're happy for you, and they're really looking forward to watching your career in Tuscaloosa. And I know you're excited about getting there here in a few weeks. So enjoy the day with your family and your friends, and we'll see you in Tuscaloosa here next month. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. All right, Alabama fans, we have Coach Jankowski on the line today with us here to talk about new Alabama signee Keanu Koht. Coach Jankowski, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. Alabama fans were really excited today when Keanu flipped his commitment from LSU to Alabama. Can you just talk about Keanu as a player? What he really brings to the table.
Well, I mean, Keanu's he's the total package. I mean, he's a big strapped together kid that's very athletic. He's a physical presence. He can really, really run. His film shows a lot of his abilities, but even, when you guys get to see him and meet him in person, I think you'll even be more impressed. He's a savant on the field. He's very smart, can play all over the place. He's got a lot of position versatility. But I think he, you combine his athleticism with his strength and his toughness. I think you got a player that can do a lot of things and make a lot of plays.
Alabama, loves to bring on a lot of pass rushers, and he certainly can rush the passer and get in the backfield. What are some things that he could, even do to enhance his game and become even better?
Well, I think everybody can afford making that jump from the high school level to top notch SEC play at the University of Alabama. I mean, he's gonna his game's gonna elevate immediately. I mean, he's got the ability to grow in every phase. And obviously, getting an opportunity to do that at Alabama, I couldn't think of a better place. So, but the thing about Keanu is he's got a tireless work ethic. He's always going to be the hardest working guy in the room. He's just a 17-year-old kid, big, broad shoulders, and I mean, he's got a lot of length. So I think by the time we're talking about him next fall, you're going to be talking about a kid that can do things bigger and better than anything we've seen up to this point.
Well, the recruiting dead period that got extended throughout the entire year kind of threw a wrench into a lot of kids' plans in terms of taking visits and enjoying the recruiting process. But what did you see from Alabama's side that kind of helped them be able to flip him away from LSU?
I think just through the whole process, just professionalism, and I think it helped for sure that Coach Sinceri, which ultimately is going to be his position coach, recruited him from the jump, and has been thorough and honest, and really just straightforward with Keanu from the beginning, and stayed with it through the process. I don't think it was anything more than just professionalism, and these guys, I think they showed a genuine care for him being the best that he can be, and obviously having an opportunity to play for Coach Saban and being a defensive player. We've talked about that. He and I in private conversations, just getting an opportunity to do that. I mean, not many get to do that, and so like I said, I think they're top-notch staff. Obviously, that better than anybody, and they do things the right way, and that's why you see the success year in and year out.
Outside of football, what can Alabama fans expect from Keanu?
Well, Keanu's just as I mentioned earlier, he's just the total package. If I turned you guys loose on our campus, you're going to get teachers and faculty, and you can go to the convenience store up the street. Everybody's going to brag about this kid. I mean, he's a great kid. He's obviously an unbelievable talent, but on top of that, he's a great person, a great human being, and he just brings it all to the table. I think with his intelligence and his work ethic, and obviously his God-given ability, I think the sky's the limit for this kid.
Well, there you have it, Alabama fans, straight from Keanu Koht's head coach, Lenny Jankowski. Coach, thank you so much for joining our show today, and enjoy the rest of signing day with your players, and best of luck to you.